Hi guys, Gretchen with Herban Healing here. Sorry, my lime tree is attacking me. You saw that, right? Sitting here minding my own business. Persian lime getting me. It's not really a joke because this thing does have barbs on it. Anyway, we are here for the Shika Sei Ki lesson for Usui Reiki. Shika Sei Ki and Shika So are two of the newer Usui symbols that are not taught in the basic Usui class. So we're going to go over them today because they're amazing and you should be using them, especially if you have clients who have heart diseases or who have suffered an emotional trauma, which, face it, the majority of us have suffered an emotional trauma. Whether or not we care to admit it, we have suffered some type of trauma at some point. Childhood itself, I was in a discussion with somebody I worked with the other day. Childhood itself, in and of itself, is a trauma. You fall for the first time. That's traumatic. You don't know. I mean, you've never experienced that kind of pain before. The first time you have the wind knocked out of you, a little traumatic. I remember when I fell off the monkey bars, or it wasn't a monkey bars, it was those domes, and I was hanging by the back of my knees upside down on the very top one. The little boy tickled me. I fell all the way to the bottom of the ground, knocked the breath out of me. I still remember that. That was over 40 years ago. A little traumatic there maybe, huh? Okay, so Shika Sei Ki is a little more difficult to draw than what we've been going through. On the physical level, for your clients, it can help with arterial hyper and hypotension, oscillating tension, ischemic, I always say that wrong, ischemic heart disease, tachycardias, and myocardium inflammation. On the emotional level, it does help with sadness, depression, fatigue, and anger, as well as suffering and loss. It is a symbol of unconditional love. It connects heart to heart, and it gives unconditional love. It helps with heart disease. It can help eliminate negative energies in your room, especially if you use this with, remember, if you took the Sei Ki, or saw the Sei Ki video, when I smudge, I do put Sei Ki. I intone it 3 times on the ceiling and on the floor of each room to help bring in that beautiful love light, that beautiful energy. If you add Shika Sei Ki with it, then you'll have unconditional love flowing through your whole room and get rid of it, dispel a lot of that negative energy, even if the negative energy is coming from you. I have been displacing a lot of negative energy myself here lately. It is the throes of winter, and I am still learning how to modify my routine so that seasonal depression doesn't cripple me. It did cripple me for a couple of days this year, but that's okay because we have to pick ourselves up and move on and do something different. And when you smudge, add Shika Sei Ki to your smudging routines. That will help you feel that extra love light coming through. A couple of the other, I'm going to refer to some of my notes as per usual. So if you are cleansing, let's say you're cleansing a client or resetting a client who has experienced a great emotional loss. When you lose people who are super close to you, or you're like ripped out of your childhood home, or something like that you're super attached to is taken from you suddenly, you could quite possibly have lost a part of your soul to that. Yeah, and Shika Sei Ki will help you regain that part of your soul. It won't detach you from your memories or from your love for that person or that place. It will help you bring back that sense of self, that part of yourself that you allowed to go with them. It will bring that part of you back, restoring that part of your soul. And when you restore that part of your soul, it will make it easier to move on and heal. It will make you less likely to become victim to depression, anxiety, mistrust, fear of the unknown, that kind of thing. Okay, and you can always finish it with Shanti, Shanti, Shanti for that extra oomph of happiness and heart energy. So we're going to go the wrong way on my notes. All right, and also remember we talked about chokurei sandwiches before, because chokurei enhances the energy, like a quartz crystal enhances the energy of actual other things. Chokurei does enhance the energy. So if you do chokurei, 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 let's say Shika Seiki, Shika Seiki, Shika Seiki, Shika Seiki, and you intone that on your heart chakra, you can have a lot of unconditional love for yourself. Wouldn't that be great if we could love ourselves the way that we give love to other people? Imagine how much better mentally we would be and emotionally we would be. And we would be better healers because we ourselves would be a little more healed, a little more towards complete. If you are using this on like a couple's Reiki healing, say the couple has come to you because they're having a lot of communication issues, or they are just like not feeling it anymore, but they know they want to be with this person. They just don't want to let go all the way. You can intone the Shika Seiki into their palms. Intone it, intone it, intone it. Have them face each other. And another way to enhance this would also to be put a soul stone, a soul crystal, so a twin flame crystal. Those are two crystals that are stuck together, or a double terminated crystal, one with points at both ends. Quartz works nicely. Rose quartz works really nicely for this purpose. So they would have your couple facing each other. They would hold the crystal in between them with their lunar hands. And then with their solar hands, you, as the healer, will intone Shika Sei Ki into their palms, and then have them place their palm on their partner's Anahata chakra, their fourth chakra, their heart chakra, holding that soul stone. All right, and if you're using this on a couple that's having communications issues, not only of the heart, but of the throat, you'll add Shika So in there. Shika So we have not gotten to yet. That is the next one in the Usui. This, like I said, is an additional Usui Reiki symbol. Those of you that are my masters and my master teachers, and those of you that have completed level 1 and I have your emails, you will be attuned to this. You will be getting an email asking for a good attunement time for you. That being said, let's go over how to draw this really quickly. It's not that terrible of a draw. Wait till you see Shika So. Shika So has a lot, guys. All right, so Shika Sei Ki. And I do always encourage you to do more research on your own. That's how you spell Shika Sei Ki, in case you're doing your YouTube searches, your Google searches, all of that. So we're going to begin up here at the top, and we're going to go over, swoop, and then down, kind of like a J. That's step 1. And then number 2, go there. Number 3, woo, 4 over. 5 down, 6 also over. All right, next 7. We're only going to start at the top of the J on this one. And then 8, we're going to cross over like that. 9, woo, swirkle, swirkle, circle, a swervy circle. And then 10, shwoom, Shika Sei Ki. And you will intone this the way that you've intoned, or you will impart this the way that you've imparted all your other Reiki symbols into your palms, into your third eye, intone it through your third eye, intone it with your mouth, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your palms, your fingers, however it is that you're imparting your Reiki symbols on the natural, with the natural flow that you do, go for it. I think I need some Shika So. My communication is a little wobbly today, so maybe I will do my own when I do my evening healing. I will do some Shika So and maybe be a little more articulate for some of these videos going forward. So this is your lesson on Shika Sei Ki. I hope it's super helpful, and I hope you learn to intone this into, or add this to your practice, especially when you're using things like Honsho Seisho Nen for that distance healing. Shika Sei Ki will help a lot with that emotional balance with that distance healing. And I would start putting it in all your smudges. See how nice and light your heart energy in your home goes. So until next time, which will hopefully be later today with the Shika So video, Namaste.